Welcome back to round 6 of RMFantasySX. I am Chase.
I'm Christian.
Here to talk to you today about round 6. Do a little recap of round 5.
Finishing up Indy.
Talk about some of our favorite highlights. Yeah, it's the last one to go in Indy. A lot of things to talk about. A lot of highlights. A lot of highlights from the 250 class that we saw. But let's talk about results real quick, though.
Right
before
off
we
the
dive
bat,
in.
hold on. Fart Vader is saying Bloss for the win. Stamp.
What kind of name is Fart Vader?
Anyway, sorry to
distract. Oh, it's all good. Anyway, Fart Vader. Roxanne, that was all. Oh, man. Bryce Harrison, we feel you. All right. Last week's results, you had Ken Roczen, Justin Barsha. That was one we didn't see coming.
I mean, they stayed there the whole race.
I know. Eli Tomac in 3rd. Cooper Webb in 4th. Aaron Plessinger in a solid 5th place. And then the wild card, Dylan Ferrandis.
Yeah. Kind of got it because Brayton went down late. But what do you do? That's just the way it goes.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's kind of interesting. If you look at the lap chart, there's Roxanne, Barsha. Those guys did not change whatsoever. If you look at Tomac,
who's the red? Look at Freezy dropping off.
Yeah, Freezy dropped off really bad.
Brayton in lap 16.
A couple guys went down. Tomac was the only guy you could see that really, him and Webb were the two riders that, made a pretty good charge. Tomac, was making moves a little bit earlier in that race. Webb got stuck behind a few guys, so yeah. I thought Tomac was going to get Barsha for second. We've got some highlights, though, that we do want to talk about. First of all, let's just talk about Jet Lawrence, though.
Dude.
This kid
what is going on?
Is so talented. Yeah, Willie, we are a little cold. So bad.
Dude, those were scary crashes he had last week.
You know what? I'm not going to say it makes me upset, but did you notice that they moved that tough block as soon as that happened?
Yeah. They moved a few.
We got another tough block that we'll talk about, too.
I mean, look how the dude behind him, look how close this is to ending his night as well.
Yeah. I mean, that
back tire or front tire
almost got him in the head. It was bad. And then how about Mitchell Oldenburg? He has to hit the eject button. I guess had a bike malfunction.
Dude, that's the scariest crash I've seen in a while.
Bike bear. Oh, man. That was really bad. And then he came back for the
his rear tire locked up.
Yeah.
So something was going on.
I don't know. It was pretty wild. And then they told Mitchell Oldenburg that he couldn't race in the LCQ because they said that he had changed his frame, which they proved that they didn't. And then what happens? Then they go, okay, what was the aim?
Give us a timeline. It was wild.
First of all,
you don't even want to touch it.
No, we can't. Look, I mean, we had tough blocks taking out people. The tough block took out Vince Freeze and Cooper Webb.
What is going on with this tough block?
Well, it's not the tough block's fault. These guys are cutting that corner so tight.
Well, you think Freezy hit it?
Have some more awareness about where your foot pegs are.
But Webb hits it.
Okay.
And I think he's so short he couldn't get off of it.
I forgot Webb hit that thing. That cost him a lot of time.
Well, it cost him a good gate pick in the main is what it did.
Oh, my gosh. But let's just talk about...
and thriving.
He was not striving and thriving right there.
Oh, my gosh. So let's just talk about the AMA. So first they told Oldenburg, hey, you change your frame. You can't race the LCQ. You're out.
He disputed it.
He disputed it, and they get it right. And then he comes back. So what does he do? He rolls back for the main event. They don't have a gate for him. Yeah. And they're going to let him do an arena cross start where he's going to start behind whoever. I'm not sure, the 20th place guy or whatever. And then all of a sudden, Jet Lawrence pulls out, and then they tell Oldenburg, like, you can go in.
Yeah.
But then I heard a lot of riders were upset about that, saying, well, he didn't qualify through the LCQ.
I know.
That's not our problem.
I think rules are getting stretched and broken. I mean, look at the flagging incident. We had another flagging incident.
Comment below. What do you guys think about this?
It should have been the white flag. Nichols got the checkers.
I'm surprised. If I'm Colt Nichols in that situation, Roxanne, I'm doing another lap.
Yeah, I would have done it to be safe. I mean, you don't want to mess with that.
Yeah, and Jeff Gavassa says Webb beats Roxanne tonight. No three-peat.
All
right. You might be onto that.
Do we want to see that Miller crash?
Yeah.
It was nasty.
I'm trying to remember this one.
It was nasty.
So Mosman was in the lead.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh, yeah, that's right. You ran right into him. Ooh, that was nasty.
It was not savage.
Oh, man. So,
that sucked.
Yeah. And then, I mean, there was a lot of drama. Wild night of racing.
What producer Prowse has a highlight. picked himself.
This is one I picked. I thought this was pretty funny. First lap, Roczen makes a move on Barsha, and then look how scared Roxanne is from Barsha right here. He goes so wide. He probably has the fear of martial law in his eyes right now.
He didn't want to mess with that early in the race.
He thought for sure he was going down.
Yeah. Smart move.
Oh, Michael McCarthy, you might be right on that. Mo's been random right. Oh, that was bad.
Then we got Roxanne with Freezy. This is how close he came to going down. I mean, this could have cost him that win.
Oh, Roxanne?
Yeah, this is late.
It was very late in the race.
I mean, Freezy, that could have ended a lot different.
Of course it's Freezy. Of all riders, you know it's going to be Freeze is going to cost something like that.
That dude.
Oh,
I feel bad for him sometimes, but I don't know.
It was. All right. And also, you guys, I want you guys to comment below if you know this name, Scooty Puff Jr.
He's a legend in the game.
If you don't know this name, you should, because he's going to be calling in a little bit. And there's a lot of people might be thinking, well, who is this guy?
He's a legend in the game.
Just check out Scooty Puff Jr. on Instagram, on YouTube. This guy is awesome. He has been a huge diehard fantasy guy. He does a live stream when he's doing his picks and everything. He's going to be calling in a little bit, too.
On a Dirt Shark video. He's been all over. So.
He is. He's hanging out with the hottest dudes. Like, look at this. A lot of Scooty comments already. Here we go. All right, well, let's talk about points real quick from last week. They were up. They were pretty good. Average of 39.79.
About,
so,
little
higher.
Yep.
Let's see. 10, almost 11%. Got the wild card pick right.
Which surprises me. Ferrandis.
Tomac's burning everybody because we haven't learned yet. 46% had him. 46 had him to win. 43% had Roxanne. I was one of those people, so I'm stoked on that.
I was not.
6% had Webb, and that number looks like that 6%. That's going to be a swing tonight. I think there's a lot more people that are looking for Webb to have that second win of the year tonight.
Qualifying top. He's playing mind games.
Yeah.
He's all over.
Stewart and Plessinger had 60% of the wild card pick, but those two could be a top 5 guy tonight. Yeah. They're riding good. Plessinger had his top 5. Man, they're riding good.
I mean, for everyone who thinks the leaders are all getting every pick right every week, I mean, look, only 36 people out of, 80,000 had the top 5 in their picks in some sort of order. So it's very rare. If you're getting 1-2 picks right, you're doing good.
You are doing good. Look at that. 51% of players had Osborne somewhere in their top 5. That didn't happen.
Only 20% had Barsha, though. And less than 1% had Barsha in second place. So if you did that, kudos to you.
Are you going to put him in your top 5 tonight?
I have him in there, yeah.
Do you?
Yep. And it's been tough for me, but I'm finally I'm doing it.
You're going to do it?
I'm sending it.
All right, look at that. John Coyne Coney, I don't know how to say that, but Webb for the win tonight. BMX Cameron's got Roxanne, Tomac, Barsha, Webb, Malcolm Stewart.
I like it.
Let's see. Webb Wagon on the roll tonight. Rage 0462. You are on to something.
What do we got for fun facts?
Vinny's got him in third. You tell me. What do we got for fun facts over here?
Last time we had a rider win 3 mains in a row was Tomac in 2017 when he won 5 in a row.
So are you trying to prove my sign wrong right now?
I'm just saying it doesn't happen very often.
Okay.
I mean, everything this season says you should pick Roxanne to win, but
historically
it's tough to do.
He's looking so good.
He is.
I will admit right now, my sign says that. I initially put Webb for my top spot, but it's hard to beat momentum when you're Ken Roczen right now and you're that good. Your starts are that good.
He looks the best by far.
He's making it look easy.
He looks better than he might have ever looked.
And he's got right now, dude. I'm struggling a little bit.
Yeah. Martine for the wild card from M. Dean. Martin! All right. Malcolm in the top 5. We're going to talk about that here in just a little bit, Michael, so don't worry. But only 2 riders that qualified in the top 5 actually finished somewhere in there.
I call it pick bait.
AC, Savachi, and Stewart all qualified in the top 5.
I mean, just baiting us to pick them.
What's going on with AC? When is this guy going to just finish it out for us?
I mean, he ran in the top 5 for a long time and then had an issue.
Comment. I want to know. I want to see you guys. Does Adam Cianciarulo, when we did the first episode, I made a bold prediction he would be a points leader by round 4. Yeah. Now the question is, does AC win a race this year?
I don't think he looks like he's going to anytime soon.
He doesn't look like a race winner contender right now. I don't know if he's still trying to get some fitness back.
He can hold riders up like Roxanne and Tomac and Webb, but once they get by, they gap him pretty quick. That's what scares me.
I was just waiting for my feet to fly off and hit the Toyota.
AC win after Daytona, says Eric Havel. AC can't go the distance, says John. Nah.
He's getting healthier, I'm sure. But, I mean, with those starts, he has a chance to win.
William Schumann says next year. Look at his stats. Let's talk about these.
I mean, he started 4th or better in every round, has the best average start of any rider by far, 2.8 this season.
It's got to, I don't know, it's got to be a fitness thing. And this is kind of reminiscent of last year, because last year he led a lot of laps but just couldn't close it out, and I thought we would see a different version of him this year. But maybe that surgery he had back in December really did put him that far back.
That's all I'm blaming it on.
And maybe with these rounds being so close together, they're obviously not being able to go back to California. They're not riding nearly as much between races. So he's really, the term we hear it all the time, racing his way back into shape. So maybe the second half of the season we start to see it a little bit better from him.
Once they put out the overall qualifying results, I mean, he's finished exactly where he's qualified in 2 of the last 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Finished in the top 5 in 3 of the 5 rounds this season. Has led 10 laps.
Yeah.
And he's ridden in the top 5 for a combined 103 laps this season. He should be in your picks.
Yeah.
I just say a 4th, 5th range for now. The hard part is who do you kick out for him?
Right. All right.
So, but with that good of an average start, he's in there for sure for me.
Okay. Really? You are putting him in tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You're starting 2.8. I'm pretty confident you can be in the top.
Oh, look at that. West225 says AC is a solid 5th pick. Just needs a little bit more fitness. He'll be dialed maybe.
Something.
Look at that. Bryce Harrison's making a bold prediction. Says Tomac has the points lead by Daytona.
That is pretty bold.
I
mean,
think
what is he, like
Kenny would have to. He's like 13 down. I think Kenny would have to make a mistake. Let's talk about Justin Barsha. Who has him in their top 5 tonight?
Yeah, let me know. I mean, it was hard for me to put him in there, but I'm doing it anyways.
Okay, he took 2nd place at Indy. Hadn't been on the podium since H1, and he was kind of giving us the whole Barsha that we had seen in previous years, where he goes out, comes out swinging the first couple rounds, and then kind of starts to fade out a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then what does he do last week? Comes back and just says, nope, I'm still here, top 5 guy. So you've got him in your top 5.
I mean, his average start is the same as Martin Davila.
Yeah, it's 8.6, which is kind of interesting.
We know we can rip a start at any given time.
Look at a lot of people have Barsha in their top 5, run that 5th, 4th spot. But look at the stats here. Both times he finished on the podium, he started where he finished. Are you putting Barsha in your top 5? We have a poll to vote. You do exclamation point vote and then put yes or no.
I'm saying yes. I want to see what everybody else thinks.
I say no. I don't have him.
Why not?
Because I have other people in mind. That could change. It could change.
Okay.
I'm taking more of a gamble tonight with Marvin Musquin. I've got 2 riders tonight that I think are a little bit more risky than Barsha.
Okay.
But we'll talk
you
about
think
this.
They're going to shine.
Yeah, we'll talk about this. All right. We'll do it. Look at that. It's kind of a little bit more yes than no right now, but we'll come back to that here and keep voting.
Should we talk about the track trends, injuries? Where should we head?
You want to talk about the track? Well, hold on. Let's talk about Barsha real quick. Okay. Let's finish that. Right. Do you think he is a title contender? Think he could do it?
You want to say yeah until you look at the stats so far this year, and it's not looking.
He's 4th overall in the points right now after starting, after obviously winning the opener.
Yep.
He's qualified as far back as 12th. He did not qualify well last week, but he still came back and got that 2nd place. So I'm going to give it one more round for Barsha. If he gets a top 5 tonight, he proves me wrong. I say I'm sorry, and then maybe I'll be more of a consistent Barsha guy. But he just needs, to me, a little bit more consistency.
I mean, he's 20 points back. 5 races in.
That's almost a full race. That is no bueno.
He's going to need help if he wants to win the championship, no doubt.
All right.
Taking it race by race.
So let's look at the track tonight. We watched qualifying. We saw the track's definitely a lot tighter.
Yeah.
The whoops aren't going to be much of a factor. They're just doubling through them from the inside. Webb charged the whoops and got his fastest lap there. There is the one big rhythm lane. I think the big separator tonight will probably just be, there's a lot of right-hand turns, which they talked about. That makes it a little bit more difficult.
A lot of 180s.
Yeah. But I think the track itself is just the ruts, how it's going to shape up. It's going to be really rough for these guys. So I can kind of see that being, what's going to separate the men from the boys tonight. What do you think?
I think a lot's going to depend on, position. It looks technical to me. Just of where you are, inside, outside on a lot of those turns.
Yeah.
That's where I like a Webb and Osborne in this type of track.
Okay.
Seems like they get where they want to be.
All
Even
right.
Marvin.
How's that poll coming, Josh? Who? Yes or no for top 5?
It's pretty close.
More no's.
53% no. So it's
I feel validated. I feel validated.
That's good.
Well, we're gonna get Scooty Puff on the phone here in about 10 minutes, And we're going to get his thoughts in his top 5 tonight, and I want to hear what he has to say.
Legend in the game.
All right, we're going to get him on
I
here.
want to know your guys' thoughts on qualifying with Webb qualifying in P1.
I'm picking him to win. That's that.
He said it is his kind of – here's the thing. Webb or Roxanne pulls a whole shot. I don't know. Man, that's tough. Just Roxanne's starts have been so good. Webb's been a little bit hit or miss. He's had some good starts, some bad, and it's really tonight's track with how tight it is, and just.
Well, it's kind of like you said. He's
and it's
a whole shot in the second qualifying,
yeah,
and then pulled off the track. I mean,
just playing mind games.
He's riding red plate on his pit board and showing Roxanne.
Yeah,
he's getting in his
but
mind.
Tomac qualified good. AC's up there in 3rd. Where did Kenny qualify?
He's back in 8th.
Yeah, but I mean,
but he's like a Webb. He shows up to race.
It's almost a second behind Webb.
Yeah,
but still, I don't think that mean you don't put him in there. No doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, okay, that's what we got. You work on that. Lead the people on. I'm going to start getting Scooty Puff ready for this call here.
Line it up. Just looking over qualifying. Yeah, Webb in 1st, Tomac 2nd, AC 3rd. Look at Stewart in 4th. That might even be a good poll. If we're wrapped up that one, is it who has a better night, Stewart or Plessinger? I mean, Plessinger was dang good.
Solid 5th place.
He was
solid
pushing
5th place.
on AC in the main.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't just riding and letting people by. He was pushing
Webb
on AC.
did what Webb does and got him in like the last lap.
Yep.
But Plessinger almost had a career best 4th place.
I think we need to run that poll.
Did you see him in qualifying? How good did Plessinger look getting out of front earlier?
It was ruddy. It was rough. He does well in those conditions. So.
Oh, man. K-Rock for the win tonight, says Carl Thompson. AP Doe. I don't know what Doe means, Vinny. Stewart for 5th. Plessinger. Stewart gets 5th tonight. Man, a lot of people high on Stewart. Look at this.
Who has a better night? I like this one.
Stewart, Plessinger, Osborne, Musquin. Get your votes in. Put exclamation point vote and then the name of the rider. Dude, right now, look at. I feel good about this because I have Musquin and Stewart in my top 5 tonight.
You're an animal.
I feel good about it.
I want to know who you took out for them.
Barsha and AC. Those are basically. There's no Osborne in there.
Okay. Taking AC out.
I'm still going to send it.
That's risky to me.
All right. Well, while we got this poll going on, let's get the man, the myth, the legend here on the phone and rock this out. You good to go?
Yep.
All right. Well, hold on. Let me make sure my phone's connected to Bluetooth. That could be a catastrophe. Oh, we're good. Let's get Scooty on the phone here.
The Scoot dog.
The Scooty. These people are seeing behind the scenes of what I'm doing while we're talking, trying to get people on the phone.
It's a rough life.
Hello.
Scooty Puff.
Who it is.
What's up, boys? How we doing today?
Good. I've been looking forward to your phone call all year. I can't take you
He's
seriously.
a legend, bro. The Pit Vipers, all
Pit
that.
Vipers. Hey, do you play?
Man, that pit. Whoa. I'm big time now. Look at this guy. You're going to cut out our buddy Starling? Okay, all right.
Well,
all
we
right,
had
all
to
right.
get the focus on you. I mean, look at that mullet. Hanging out with all the hottest dudes that day.
Dude, that was a crazy day. It was insanity. Everyone was just having a blast. The sun was shining.
That's right. Was that the round you were on
Dirt Shark.
Dirt Shark?
Yeah, that was A1. That was A1 last year.
A couple years ago.
Hey.
Fun facts. We found the Scooty just by searching RM Fantasy on
We do.
YouTube.
Yeah.
We found your stream. He does his own stream on picks. He's way into it. And everybody here's a big fan of Scooty.
You know who would be proud of this man is Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh, yeah.
That's a compliment right there.
That's right.
That's a compliment.
Well, Scooty, how's your fantasy year been going so far?
Man, it is. I'm like a Dylan Ferrandis in the fantasy points. I'm all over the place. I can strike in the podium. I can strike in 12th place.
Gosh.
You never know where I'm going to land.
Well, give us your thoughts on tonight. I've got my sign that says Roxanne 3-peats changed my mind.
I'm going Webb.
Do you think he can do it, or are you putting somebody else in your top spot tonight?
All right, so this is the math that we've been running on the fantasy streams over on my channel, is that the 2-week Tomac should be striking. I had him marked for the last 2 weeks, or the last 2 races. It feels like 2 weeks, but it's literally just been a week. I think maybe because we have the extra round in there, it threw it off. The moon is in the right phase tonight, and he ate a good, healthy breakfast.
Okay.
So I for one, am going with the 2-week Tomac. But I'm not going to be shocked when I see Kenny get the jump and be out front. You know, like that's gambling. You got to be ready to put money down that you're ready to lose.
It's
And
a little risque.
you got to be risky. You got to risk it for the biscuit, you know?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
like
look, we also have a poll that we're streaming right now that says who has a better night between Stewart, Plessinger, Osborne, and Musquin. Do you have any of those guys in your top 5?
AP ain't getting no top 5. I'm just going to say that.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry. But I have none of those guys in my top 5.
Gosh.
But if I was going to pick one of them, as much as I don't want it would probably Musquin is due for a top 5. Like the man has been. I mean, he got a second earlier in the year.
I think you got third, right? It was
third,
Barsha,
third.
Rocxen, Musquin. Yeah.
Some people called it gifted.
Okay,
No.
but the thing is, this season is. I've said this on my stream. There are no 5th place riders this season. There are guys that get a bad start and work their way up to 5th place,
true.
like a Mookie or Davalos.
Yeah.
But there's no guy that's like, oh, I just rode in 5th place. Like, no, you can get a bad start and flip. Like, unfortunately, AC, we love you. I love you, AC. Please, I love you, AC. But there's no 5th. There might not even be a 4th place guy really right now. So he's the 4th, 5th. If there's a 6th, 7th, 8th for the wild card, those are some of the hardest picks this season because you can start putting some faith in Kenny, Eli, Cooper. I know people don't like to hear that. There's a lot of non-Cooper fans out there, but
That's
I don't know
you
why.
can't count the guy. You can't count the guy out. He's a slow starter. We've seen that the last couple of years that he's raced. He's a slow starter, and if it wasn't for Arlington last year, he would have been right there at the end of the season because he rode better in Salt Lake than Kenny did.
Yeah.
So for me, so as I said, I have Tomac winning, Kenny second. I think Cooper third. No, other way. Cooper second, Kenny. But sorry, I'm jumping around. To jump back up, with one of those guys that's going to get a top 5, I'm going to say AP or Marvin, even though I don't want to say AP.
I'm just listening to this over here. I'm chilling.
I saw you guys let Jim Hawley go crazy last week, so I was like, I guess I got a little bit of room.
Yeah, no. Well, Jim Hawley is a beast you can't tame. You can try and get off the phone with Jim at least 5 times before you actually make it happen. I love Jim so much, but he can't take a cue sometimes when you're trying to end a phone call.
I don't even care. Just let him go. Just let him finish.
Dude, he is a legend. Jim is a legend. I love that guy.
All right, who's your wild card this week, Scooty?
Oh, man, I got to put it on the king, man. We're putting old Vince Freezy in that wild card part. He's the wild card GOAT. He's the Ricky Carmichael of wild cards.
Freezy's good at 2 things, taking out other riders and wild cards.
Yeah, he does.
Look, he's adding the 3rd one this year, ejecting from his bike. He's doing good at getting out from under that thing.
Oh, my gosh.
It's scary to watch this year.
Jeez.
It is. And then the other riders getting caught. It's like, oh, man.
Gosh. Well, Scooty, the real question is, when are you going to win one of these top 10 grand prizes so we can go on a trip? Go hang out.
Man, me winning, I don't know. But maybe one of the look, I said it last night. Like, I'm trying to give away prizes to people that win in my championship. So, I don't need to win. It's not about me winning. It's for the fun factor, baby.
Okay.
So,
But it's not even about winning anymore.
Look. So I'm just going to cut out the middleman. I'm headed to the Southwest and I think I'll be, moving in April. So I'll be down there, and maybe I'll just try to make my way over to the Salt Lake rounds at the end of the year. And,
there you go.
And just maybe see some racing instead of winning the bike, just you find your spot and you stick to your lane,
There you go. I like it. Well, look, for everyone watching right now, you guys have heard the Scooty Puff Jr. Well, real quick. Well, maybe we don't. How do you get the name Scooty Puff Jr.?
I used to
story
change my
allowed
gamer.
Is this safe
Yeah.
for work?
Everything's all on the up and up. We're gonna be good. It was. I used to change my gamer tags all the time on the video games I played to stupid stuff that people would make fun of me for, and then I picked this as a reference from a TV show, and on one of my games that I was playing, and everyone thought it was cool. A whole bunch of people would comment in game, be like, "Hey, your name's cool, dude." So when I decided to start the YouTube channel, I was like, "Well, I might as well just run with the name that I know works," because I didn't know what to name the YouTube channel, and it kind of worked. It kind of fits into the moto stuff with the Scooty, but Overall, it's just a goofy name. I'm a goofy person. And
Well, I'll tell you what.
Look
no one's
what
gonna.
Shane's saying here. Scooty live in studio for SLC.
That would be good.
Is that a
We
thing?
might have to talk.
If you're here, it could
yeah,
be.
DM me. Yeah, DM me. Look, I'll be on my good behavior, please.
All I know is his fantasy stream. You guys go over heart picks, stats, which I like. You guys get deep into that. And I'm just going to say it.
You have to.
That stream could cure anyone's depression. If you
Wow,
watch
that's
some Scooty,
big. Thank you.
You are going to be feeling good.
It is a good one.
Entertaining,
And no one's going to forget the name Scooty Puff Jr. Well, look, Scooty, I've been waiting for this phone call for a while now, and I'm so glad I thought you were always sleeping during the daytime because I don't know your schedule. I was like, we got to get this guy on. Christian was the guy that found you.
He's the hardcore fan.
See that? He got up early for us. Well, hey, man, we appreciate it.
Yep.
But look, we appreciate you guys, man. The RM Fantasy stuff is something that my community looks forward to, and you guys put on a phenomenal show, man. I love the way you guys are doing the streams now. I'm inspired by your guys' streams. Please, I'm going to be getting on those polls next year. So, look, we're coming, boys. You inspired this little guy over here.
I like it. Well, hey, tell us the name of your group. So, for those watching that want to go join the Scooty Puff Jr. group on RMFantasySX, tell them what the name is.
It's the Hog Pen.
I was expecting like the Scooty Crew.
No wild one. No wild one this year. Last year was
last year the group name was wild, dude.
This year I was like, look, it's got to be a little easier for people to find. It's got to make sure that everyone can find this.
He tested the limit of character max on it.
The Hog Pen it is. There you go.
I was as big as
the Hog Pen. We're in, baby.
I'm pretty sure Jaywalk's in there too. So
he is, and he's not doing so hot. So look, Jaywalk, if you're listening, we love you. Everything's gonna be all right, and
for
fun this weekend.
Right on, Scooty. Well, hey man, we appreciate you calling in. Thank you so much. Pleasure to talk to you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And good luck on your picks tonight. Have fun watching the races.
Yep.
Absolutely. You guys enjoy the racing as well.
All right, brother, man. We'll talk soon.
Yeah, have a great rest.
All right, we'll see you. If Scooty comes in, one condition, he has to wear that outfit that he wore to Anaheim 1.
We all have to get some Pit Vipers.
Pit Vipers. Oh, we could wear them too. The Hog Pen. People are loving it.
He's just entertaining. I love when people get so into fantasy, and him and his crowd, dude, they're into it. So
all right. Well, look, we had people saying, all right, let's lock him in. We'll lock him in, but first let's talk about some spoilers real quick. Can't skip without spoilers.
Did we cover Tomac first?
Tomaculate
stats. We need to cover his stats. Where
he
do you
hasn't
put
quite
him
been
tonight?
the Tomaculate disaster, but let's see here. His last 4 finishes are 3-2, 5-1, with starts of 9-1, 10-3. So he's had 2 good starts, 2 bad starts. That's the risk you take, like Scooty was talking about. Where do you bank on Tomac getting a good start tonight or a bad start? That's because this isn't going to be a track either where he's going to be able to charge through up to first. If you're 5th, 6th place off the start and you got a Webb or a Roxanne up front, you ain't closing that gap. Those guys are going to have a 5-6 second lead by the time you even get there.
It proves it right there. He's led laps in 2 of the last 4 mains, but he's only led laps in races where he started 3rd or better.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's not climbing up through the ranks like he normally does.
It's just the way the tracks have been and just with how good these riders are, you can't do it.
But he does have the 3rd best average start this season at 6.2.
Those are deceiving numbers.
So
yeah, but a 6.2 is not even that good.
But it's 3rd best.
I know, which blows my mind.
Which I did go look at his stats through the years, too, and he rarely goes 4 or 5 rounds without a win. Rarely.
I know. It's one of those. It was like when we said if he gets outside the top 10, he wins the next round. We didn't listen to ourselves, and what did he do? He went out and won.
Yep. Where's he qualifying tonight?
He's right up there, second, yeah. Right
I called his
Webb.
1 hole shot. I don't dare do it again. So,
all right. Well, look, a lot of people talking about. Let's talk about Marvin Musquin because I've got him in my top 5. He's had a rough go for 2021, but like Scooty was saying, he needs to have a breakout race. I'm not going to put him in my top spot by any means, but he looked good in qualifying. He can't even beat a spoiler anymore is the real question.
7th.
His last 3 finishes are 11, 10, 13 with starts of 16, 13, 15.
And that's your guy.
I literally am changing my mind right now.
That's your guy. 16, 13, 15.
He kind of reminds me of Osborne where he's just had bad luck every race. Something always happens with this guy.
I mean,
okay. I'm
it's
changing it
happening
right
every
now.
round. He's too risky for me.
I'm on the website. I'm editing my picks. I'm putting Justin Barsha in 4th place.
Has 13th best average start this season. 13th.
Okay, you convinced me.
And he was struggling getting around Ferrandis.
All right, there's nothing more to say about Musquin.
All right,
Can we move on?
Is anyone picking him in the top 5 besides Scooty at this point?
I don't
Let us
know.
in the
Hey, we've got a poll going right now. Who do you have for the win tonight? Does Roxanne three-peat? Tomac's the last guy to do it, 3-4 years ago?
Yeah.
But that's when Tomac won 5.
Yeah, he won 5 in a row that year.
It was insane that year. I think he won 10 races, more than half the races.
I'm
Who's
just
going to win
saying,
tonight?
I'm
It's
picking
between
Webb.
Roxanne and Webb.
I'm picking Webb. I need to make up points, and he looks fired up.
Yeah.
Qualifying first, sending the vibes out there to get into Kenny's head. I'm with it. The dude's ruthless, and I love it.
Okay.
So I'm going Webb because I know. We're getting into fantasy strategy at this point. Most people are going to pick Roxanne. I need to make up points. I've been doing horrible. I'm trying to catch up to David Pingree, who's killing it.
He is crushing it right now. Well, look, Marv's last 3 finish. Oh, we already talked about that. Yeah, he is out. Barsha's in. All right. What about Zach Osborne? What is going on?
Him and Marvin are like the same guy.
Look at that. The finishes have been getting better, 10-10, 9-5-7. He's finished within 2 spots where he's qualified in the last 2 rounds.
So where's he at?
Where did he qualify today?
6th. So at best, I would recommend putting him 4th.
At best.
At best.
He's only broken the top 5 once this season, and he qualified 3rd when he did that. That's rough, man. And it's not for a lack of speed, anything of that, man. It's just
8th best average finish.
Yeah.
8.2.
Zach goes out for me. He's out.
Hasn't finished in the top 5 unless he started outside of the top 10.
All
Average
right.
finish in the Indies rounds is 6th, though. Last 2 rounds.
It's still he's still a bit more of a gamble to me. I'm leaving Osborne out tonight. If he gets it, awesome. If not, look at that. More people have Webb than Roxanne. Flip it to last week, and it was Kenny all day long. But
up my strategy.
it's hard to three-peat, man. In this
it's
in
hard.
this sport, three-peating is when Tomac was doing that. It's almost
legendary.
you don't see it too often.
Yep.
That makes you think of the greats like the Ryan Villapotos, the James Stewarts that could go out and win 3 in a row like that, especially with how stacked this class is this year. But
There's
I'm telling
a lot
you
of
right now,
riders that can't get more than 2 whole shots a season.
Kenny's a freaking stud, though. If any rider's going to three-peat this year, it will be Roxanne. But if he doesn't do it tonight, the chance of him three-peating some other time in the year,
Probably not.
It's even tougher.
I'm just saying statistically and just on performance-wise, he is the best bet.
Yeah.
I'm just going with the less likely to try to make up points, and I think Webb might have upset it.
Look at that. Clint Dunlop said he chose Osborne for 2nd last week. He said never again.
We've all been bit by that, man.
All right. Well, look. More people are picking Webb right now than Roxanne to win with
Actually,
good
Roxanne
reason.
took the lead. He's got just barely more.
Okay.
Got a couple more
Well,
votes.
look, his last 3 finishes are 2-1-1 with starts of 2-3-1. How do you bet against that?
You can't.
I mean,
Unless
I
you
understand
think
that
something weird's
three-peating's
gonna happen.
hard. He's qualified he's finished exactly where he qualified in 2 of the last 3 rounds and 3 of the 5 rounds this season. Where did he qualify today?
8th.
Okay, throw that stat out of the window.
I'm just saying, you're getting starts like that. He's
I was
gonna be on
hoping
the
he'd say he
podium.
was 3rd.
Somewhere in there. No, fantasy's never that easy.
Yeah, right, AJ. Come on, 7 deuce for the main. Let's do that. Let's get him in the main first.
He does. We need that man.
Brock Hall says Barsha for the win. Come on, Brock.
I'd say that's a low chance. Definitely possible.
Red Racer's got Webb, then Kenny. That's me. He's got AC and Malcolm in there. That's
Ethan thinks we're going to jinx Roxanne. He's not even going to take the top 5.
I don't feel guilty about that.
No, he's not going to do that.
All right. Well, look. Did we cover Cooper Webb yet?
No.
Let's go over Cooper Webb real
hit
quick
the
and then
Webb
talk some
stats.
wild card stuff here. Last 4 finishes of 4-3-1-4 with starts of 11-8-1-8. So his starts are like Tomac.
Yeah, his starts are not great.
Tomac has a better average start than Webb right now. Tomac started ahead of him last week.
Yeah. I mean, he got hung up on that tough block, got a bad gate pick. That's going to affect his start.
But he got hung up on that tough block. That was in the main.
That was in the heat.
Oh, that was in the heat.
That was in the heat.
Hey, you know what? I don't know. But if Tomac and Roxanne are both ahead of you, it's going to be hard to catch both those guys in the main.
If you're starting 11-8 with Tomac and Roxanne ahead of you,
Yeah.
it's almost impossible to catch him at that point. I'm just going to say it.
Unless it's Roxanne in front of him and it's the last lap.
That is a different story.
That could happen.
Yeah,
Look, he's averaging 4th place in his heats this year, which is not the best when you're trying to get a good gate pick.
That's what I'm saying. Win a heat.
He's like,
Win us a heat tonight.
Here's kind of crazy. He's got 1 hole shot this year. He had 8 in 2019.
I know starts
8 hole shots.
He's had bad starts this year. That's what I'm trying to get at with that stat is that's not normal.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, I think he gets his starts down.
Well, look, it sounds like, listening to me talking right now, it sounds like I don't have Webb to win, but I do.
You do? You have this side here. You're picking Webb to win?
I put him there initially. I've got Roczen to 3P, and I'm trying really hard right now to convince myself to put to not
You're
going to
be that guy that's,
no.
I had it picked right, and I switched it last
It's just because 3P'ing so hard to do.
Oh,
Chase, you've got 37% are with you. 41% got Roxanne still. They're going for the 3P. That's
Okay. Roxanne's for the win tonight, dude. He'll 3P.
Okay, stick with it.
Stick with it. Send me one of those hater texts when Roxanne gets a bad start. I don't mind. Oh, look at that. Jameson said, I said last race that Tomac wouldn't win, and I was right.
One thing that is for sure is if you don't pick Tomac to win, he will win.
That goes
if
for any
rider.
rider.
He's not the most picked rider. He's going to win. That's just a fact.
All right. Well, let's talk about wild card here. 14th place.
Tough spot.
Tough spot because now you're getting into those dudes who are this is always a tough spot because this is that kind of area where you got guys that are getting lapped.
You're getting guys that might not even make the main.
Yeah.
Something weird happens.
Kind of tough. But look, first up, you got Martin Davalos. Look at this. Average qualifying for the rider that takes 14th this season has been 13.2.
So let's see.
Who got 13th tonight?
Jason Anderson. He's busted up.
We
didn't even get stats
that's right.
on
He
him.
dislocated his finger last week.
Didn't even race the main last week. He's qualifying 13th. He might be a good pick for that.
Well, look, Martin, okay, he might be, but that's kind of like your...
I'm just going to say Savachi and Tickle are around 13th.
All right, look, Martin Davalos has taken 14th once and has taken 15th in the last 2 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Took 14th at Indy 2, rode there for 4 laps. So yeah, I mean, he's been finishing there. Martin's usually a good starter. He's like second to freeze in wipeouts.
What did we look up on? We got to bring that up. His starts compared to finish.
Oh, that's right. You were telling me that before the show. He's like a 7th place average start and like a 16th place average finish or something really bad.
Martin Davalos.
Bogle for the wild card, Dirty Curdy.
His average
could be.
start is 8.6, but his finish is 16.6.
Oh, that's horrendous. And he has the speed to run in the top 10.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. I was surprised to see that.
Because he freaking crashes.
Yeah. So, not good. Let's get into Tickle.
All right, Tickle. He's taken 13th once and 14th already this season. His average finish for 2021 is 14.6. And he rode in 14th for 13 laps at Indy 1.
Yeah, he probably would have taken 14th if Brayton...
Finished within 3 spots of where he's qualified 4 to 5 rounds. Where did he qualify today?
Let's see where Tickle is. Well, that's what I was saying. He's 14th right now.
Ooh.
So.
Dang, that sounds good.
Tickle's a solid pick. Anderson banged up. Savachi getting decent starts.
Yeah. Aaron Anderson's got Tickle for the wild card. Freeze, Michael C. Oh, man. Could. Yeah. I mean, Joey Savachi, we talked about him last time in the wild card, and it bit us bad because we said he was a shoo-in for, what was that, like a 11th or 12th,
and
he got
like 6th.
Yeah, he got his best finish of the year.
Yep.
But who
is it? Let
next
us
poll.
know.
Freezy,
Let's
Floss,
have people put their money where their mouth is.
Tickle,
Yep.
Bogle.
Let's see where everybody's picking. I like to see this chart.
Yes, I mean, I don't think Joey Savachi is a good pick for 14th. Not with how he's been riding. He's been riding a whole lot better. He's qualifying better. You know, he's got some more confidence. Mike's got Brayton for the wild card. Plessinger, you banking on him having a crash or something?
No, Plessinger this is a new Plessinger we're seeing.
Ezekiel's asking for sleeping on Brayton. No, we're not sleeping on Brayton. But
he crashed out, had some type of issue.
He hasn't backed up that 3rd place he got, so
his starts are good, but I think he's not to a 14th, but he's not to a 5th either. He's somewhere in the middle.
Who?
Brayton.
Oh, okay. So
I mean, Savachi's got back-to-back 8th places.
Yeah, I'm not putting Savachi there. Benny Bloss is just between 13th and 19th. He's kind of a hit or miss. You kind of never know where he's going to finish. He's taken 13th and 15th this year. I don't know. His average finish is 16.5.
With a banged-up Anderson.
Yeah, I think a banged-up Anderson still beats Benny, though.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if Anderson even makes it back out there.
I don't know. But Benny's starts have just been not good. And, I mean, Benny wouldn't be a bad pick. Chiz is going to chiz. What about Kyle Chisholm?
I like Chiz, too.
He's taking 14th and 15th. He took 14th to H2. He was there for only 5 laps, though. His average finish is 17. Chiz is kind of one of those guys where I feel like he just wants to make the night show. And then he's okay where he doesn't care where he finishes.
I think he cares, but he's not going to risk getting hurt to push up to 16th. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, Chiz, I don't know. I think Bogle, honestly, Bogle and Freeze might not be bad picks. Bogle's finished 16th in the last 2 rounds, and his average start is just terrible. It's 13.3. So he might not be a bad choice.
At this point, it'd be a good night for him to get to 14th. I don't know what's going on, Bogle, but
I don't know. It's rough. Look at our poll, though. Right now, Tickle's leading it.
36%. It's got Tickle.
Ooh. All right. Who did I put in there?
I'm not picking Tickle.
See, I put Benny Bloss in originally. I might change it to Tickle.
I'm going Martine.
Martine.
I'm going Martine.
All right. Well, what about Vince Freeze? Best finish this season is
A little late in the queue. So.
Wait, Freeze's best finish this year is 15th?
Yeah, it's surprising. I mean, it's been a rough year.
His starts haven't been good. His average finish is 17 and his average start of 9.6. We're talking about the guy that used to be the whole shot king.
I know.
He's stressing it. I had Vince Freeze behind me.
That was perfectly timed.
He's been in 2 LCQs this year, and he finishes within 1 spot of where he qualifies 4 out of the 5 rounds so far. Where'd he finish?
18th.
Oh,
he's
man.
a little too far back.
He's better than 18th, but still, I say it comes down to Tickle or Freezy for me.
I'm going Davalos or Bloss.
Even Freezy doesn't feel like – I feel like Freezy's worse than 14th right now. I don't know what he's got going on. A lot of people have him in there, though. Freezy for retirement.
Stack class. No. We don't want to wish that on the man.
If he keeps taking dudes out, he better start thinking about it.
I mean,
can't be having bikes flying into oncoming rhythm lanes and jumping off your motorcycle so Alex Ray just takes one to the face. Come on.
That was rough.
Let's keep it together.
If Freezy wasn't out there, I mean, without him and Reed, wild card would be a lot tougher. I'll tell you that. So. No,
Freezy does
think
give
he's
you a solid
pick.
wild card pick.
I'm going Davalos, though, still. I'm going Davalos.
Okay. Chiz better not retire. I love watching him just come out and show the young bucks how to do it in the LCQs.
Yep.
There's a couple seconds left on the poll. Looks like Tickle's taking the win with 32%.
Boom.
And Freezy's in second with Freezy, 25%.
But the wild card could be anywhere, and Freezy's going to be one of the top picked riders.
That's right, BJ. Freezy gonna freeze.
Hart draft, wild card, I don't know.
Hartraft's been having a rough go at it too, man.
I don't know. His finishes have not been looking good.
Brock, don't do it. Don't switch Anderson to 14th. That means do it. That's reverse psychology.
Who was picking Hartraft? I don't know why I can't say his name.
Did you call him Hartramp?
I don't know. I mean, his average start and finish is 18.25 this season.
That's almost last.
I don't like it. I know, We all know he's better than that, and he even missed a round.
Striving and thriving.
He's not striving and thriving.
All right, well, look, the people, let's lock them in, then we'll talk about prizes.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Hold on, I have to change my picks real quick. You go first.
Well, now I'm looking at my picks. I'd already locked in Bloss. You know what? I'm sticking with Bloss. So let's go with it. Webb for the win. I need to make up points. I want him to spice up this championship. So maybe it's wishful picking. I don't know. Roxanne in second. The man gets starts like that, he's going to be up there. AC in third. I think he gets a podium just because of his starts, and I hope he's getting better. Fights these dudes off a little bit more. Tomac in fourth because he's going to have to fight back like always. Barsha in fifth. I think Tomac can finally get by him this week. That lapper hurt him late in the main, I think, last round. And then I'm going Bloss for 14th in the wild card.
Man, I hate to say it, but I think dudes are afraid to go around Barsha this year.
Yeah.
They don't want anything to do with him.
Year, but more this year.
All right. Well, look, here's my picks.
No Tomac on the podium for me.
I can't be that guy that has a sign that says "Prove me wrong," and then I don't stick to what I'm saying. So I'm going Kenny for the win. He's going to three-peat. And here's the thing: Eli Tomac, I have him second. I have Roczen third. I feel like Tomac knows. Or no, sorry, I have Ken Roczen in
to
win. I have Cooper Webb second. Then I have Tomac, Barsha, Stewart.
Did AC get injured? People are saying. Not that I know of. He did have an issue late last week. Went down, but he should be good.
Those are my picks. And then for the wild card, oh, man. That one could change. That one's between Brock Tickle and Benny Bloss right now. Those are my two that I'm thinking about.
Who are you picking, though? That's the question. Help these people out.
Benny Bloss. I'm going to leave it there.
So you're going
Benny
Bloss with me.
Bloss is in my picks right now. I'm not going to change it.
Lost and found if he doesn't get it for us.
Oh, I don't know. It'll be all right. Well, look, there they are. They're locked in. Quick, guys, comment below. Tell us your picks. What are your top 5 tonight and your wild card? We kind of want to just spend a little time real quick, kind of see what people are thinking. Who's going to take some leaps of faith this week?
I know I am because I need to make up some points. I mean, I've missed the wild card barely. You move one rider, one spot. The leaderboard looks so much different.
Kobe Knight called me a liar. You call me a liar, Kobe? Yeah, well. Roxanne, Tomac, Webb, Barsha, Stewart. Ooh, let's look at that. That's almost me. David, we're on to something here.
Osborne's in your picks again?
Yeah. No.
No Osborne.
No okay. Osborne. All Amy Wicks says she's got Tickle and her husband has Bloss. Dun, dun, dun. Fast has got Bogle.
Intense in that house.
Red Racer's got Webb. Whoa. Fast Racer had, man, the picks are gone already.
I'm just going to say
so quick.
The leader of all
Webb,
of fantasy right now.
AC for second, Red Racer.
First place
must know something we don't.
Cooper S13 as a sign for Webb to win tonight.
All right, look at that. John Bork's got Webb, Tomac, Roxanne, Barsha, Stu. See a lot of people putting Malcolm Stewart in their top 5.
I don't blame him.
Jason Bryce says he's nailed the wild card 4 rounds in a row. Well, then
he had to have got a weekly.
Who is winning this week? Who's taking the wild card then?
Yeah, what's the formula?
Can't say that and then not tell us. Anyway, let's talk about prizes.
AC for 5th.
While people are, AC for 5th. I have faith in him, says Red Racer.
Somebody did bring up that it's a slippery track, and that they can see AC tucking that front end. I don't want to think about that because I already locked him in.
Yeah.
But it is a good point.
Look at that. Ace has got Roxanne, Tomac, Barsha, Webb, AC, Tickle for the wild card. Motor Life's got Webb winning. Oh, man.
Marvin for the podium.
That's tough, man. With the average starts just not been good.
Yeah.
Look at that. Pete Stankus has Tomac, Webb, Roxanne, Osborne. Tomac does need to win. Can't let that points gap grow.
Brody's saying Marvin will win tonight, sadly. I don't know why it's sad.
I don't know why it's sadly, but all right. Well, look, let's talk about prizes, people. This is why you want to be playing RMFantasySX. And don't forget, the races start in 1 hour at 41 minutes and 14 seconds. You can change your picks all the way up till the night show starts. But remember.
People are beating up that dude for his secret on the wild card. They want to know what it is. Hey, put that in there. We got to see that.
Well, look, here's why. We give away over $100,000 in prizes throughout the year, but we also give away 100 weekly prizes. Weekly prizes are bomb. Sometimes they're, I think, as good as the freaking grand prize at the end of the year.
Yeah, I mean, there's always a reason to be putting your picks in. If you let them roll over, you cannot win a weekly prize.
Yeah, so don't come crying when that happens. But look, up for grab this week, you got a Moto 9 with MIPS helmet, O'Neill gear set, TLD with $300 spending spree, Bridgestone tires, fly protection package getting in there with a lot of cool items, a Cherry spending spree, Fastway foot pegs, Fox spending spree for some casual, Mobius X8 wrist brace. I use one of those.
So does Kenny.
So, Proust, don't you use one of those?
I do indeed.
Yeah.
There you go.
They are good. Kenny's got them on both wrists. Works Connection, factory stand, hour meter, a lot of good prizes, and, of course, 90 Rocky Mountain ATVMC gift cards.
That's right. You got to be one of the top 100 scorers this week. No participation trophies.
Brock Hall says low-key he wants 8th. Well, look, also, too, you have to remember, if you want to win a weekly prize, now that the season, people are establishing themselves, you got those top 5 dudes, you need to get your picks in early. Like, you basically need to make them on Sunday or on a Wednesday and then not change them.
A lot of people, I've talked to a lot of the winners through the years, they put their picks in the next day after the race.
Yeah.
And leave them there unless something happens.
Like you have to. Like a rider's not going to race.
Yeah, and then sometimes you get busy. You just don't get time to go throw them in there. So you got to put picks in early and then leave yourself the option to edit them later.
As hard as it is to not change your picks, if you're up for a weekly prize, I'm telling you right now, there will be rounds where you'll have hundreds of people get 5 picks right. And you're not going to get a weekly prize because you put them in too late. So just remember that.
And also, you don't get a bunch of stats and info to kind of make you second guess. Just go with your gut. Put your picks in early.
If you win a weekly prize, you kind of went with your gut.
Yep. Exactly.
It's all right, though. What about grand prizes, Christian?
Grand prizes
Tell the people what they want.
I mean, you're going to have to earn them. First place, KTM 450 SXF Factory Edition. Second place, KTM Race Prep 250 SX, 2 strokes. Third place, Ricky's excited. Dunlop MX33 tires for a year. $2,500 RMATV spending spree. I have a feeling someone could spend that real quick.
Okay.
Alpine Stars gear and casual spending spree. Then Tusk tires and wheels kit for your UTV. Milestone video games, Supercross 4 the game, TV and console, Fly racing gear package, Stasic, stability cycling accessories, and then 10th place, the Motion Pro tools prize pack, tried and true.
Ooh.
Everyone's pumped to get that.
Those are so good. Yes, Frozen Gum Wad. When you're making up a YouTube name or a YouTube account, I mean, how much effort goes into these names sometimes?
After wintering well, I almost went with Scooty Fluff.
Scooty Fluff. Oh, man. Well, look, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, go to RMFantasySX.com. Tell your wife, tell your friends, tell your husbands, tell your cousins. I don't care who it is. Tell them to go get signed up. Join your group if you haven't created your own already. You can join the ambassador groups that we have. Scooty Puff Jr.'s got one. We've got Dave Pingree, Nicole Chesa with Carrie Bowling are doing one. Jeff Walker, Mike Mason.
I'm just drawing a blank. There's a bunch of celebrities in there.
Yeah, also, if you want to get on the Discord, if you want to do some fun memes, which Christian, I will admit, is the king of memes. He's got some good ones on there. You guys definitely want to go check out.
The memes are
that link will be in the description, so go do that. Do some bench racing with us. But, yeah, we love it. RMFantasySX.com. Free to play. Sign up if you haven't. If you have already, you know the deal.
Your boy Wes is having his one good year ever and wants us to say our points to rub it in.
Twist and Shout Moto?
Yeah.
He'll start at some point doing rollovers like he does every year and then complain about it.
Yeah, and somebody check in on Kristen Beat. Her picks have not been good. We need to get her score back up. So.
Oh, okay, real quick. Totally off subject. Super Bowl. Who wins tomorrow?
I haven't paid attention 1 second of football this season, so I can't tell you.
Okay, fair enough. Tom Brady's just the greatest.
I just lost interest.
Well, look, thank you everyone so much for tuning in. Remember, we are here live right after Race Day Live before each race. Next race coming up is going to be, where are we going next? Atlanta? No.
No, not
That's
Atlanta.
the Speedway.
I think it's Orlando.
Tampa,
Orlando. I knew it was in Florida. It's Orlando.
Florida.
But
It's an outdoor race, too, so the weather might take a
I
impact
hope
the races.
so. Yeah, let's shake it up even more.
we're going to have some mutters, I guarantee it, when it comes to Atlanta and Daytona, because we have 4 outdoor races in wet
Camping World
environments.
Stadium.
I'm loving it.
Let's go.
Well, look, thank you everyone so much for tuning in. Christian and I will join you right after Race Day Live for the next
What is
Supercross
this?
round. What?
Not the Bears, Deborah Reed.
Not the Bears.
I was really invested in the Bears, but what do you do now?
See, that hurt him a little bit. That did hurt him a little bit. I am Chase.
I'm Christian.
We'll see you next week.